So for my small group activity for writing, I've actually done this before, so I was just gonna make this into like a mini lesson. So I had, the grade level would be 4th grade, and I would make them write a letter. The way I performed it was I went over the main parts of how to write a letter. So it was like the introduction, the date, and the addressing, like dear blank, and then the body, and then the signature or the sign or the way, the closing of a letter also. And then they would write a letter, and they could choose who they wanted to write it to. Someone at home, I would preferably like to do. And then I would eventually even like to, so they write the letter and then I mail it out to their homes so they can actually like receive it in the mail and just visually see how a letter works. And I would also like incorporate several things like why writing letters is important, or why would it be important to know how to write a letter. And I just think it'd be very like engaging and for the kids to know how to write a letter. And I think it'd be fun for them to do that process. And just like I would incorporate ways for them to converse within each other, like, oh, who are you writing your letter to? Like, just go back and forth. And the way I did it, which was a whole lesson on how to write a letter, I read them a book about letters. It's called The Day the Crayons Quit, and it's just a great book, and it goes over, it's basically all the crayons writing a letter to the owner of the crayons, like letters of complaints. And then we went over how the letters look. So there's dear, and then there's the intro, there's the body, and then there's like sincerely blank. So, and then I went over what a letter looks like, and they were able to see that, and then they got to write their own letter. And then we even went over how to address an envelope, and on the envelope they actually like wrote down their addresses, and the sending was from the school that they're at, and they sent them to their homes with their actual physical address. That my CT was very nice to have them. So that could be like another activity that I could have them in. Maybe like to incorporate the small group, I would say like each group writes a different type of letter. So maybe there can be like an informational letter, there can be a persuasive letter, and there can be like a personal letter. And like every Friday we write letters and we switch groups, or I don't know. There's many ways you can go with writing a letter. Even like addressing an envelope could be a lesson about this. So thank you so much.